Hey everybody, Aaron Blaise here, and we are back. It is Friday, February
February
18th. It is Friday, September 18th, and
real quick, move the webcam up just a tad your forehead.
How's that?
That's perfect. That's even better.
So we had a great weekend last week with Lightbox. We did a Friday with Lightbox Friday live stream, and then we did live streams on Saturday and Sunday as well, and so that was a lot of fun. We got some good videos out of that, and today I think what we're going to do, it came time for the live stream and I had no idea what to do. So what we're going to do is you guys are going to request an animal, and I'm going to try to come up with a character design. Maybe not completely rendered, but I like doing stuff like that. This is stuff we used to do this at Disney too. We'd just have little games and challenge each other to, do stuff like that. So it's not like regular request day. I want it to be an honest to goodness animal. I did a lecture on Saturday on, no, it was Friday on my, using animals for character designs and what I think about and all that kind of stuff. So I thought it'd be kind of fun to do that today. And, but before we get to that, I want to talk about a couple of different things. So my Birds of Prey course is finally out in pre-order, so you can go to creatureartteacher.com and check that out. It's our biggest course we've ever created. I don't know why it just did. It is. It got away from me. Birds of Prey is a really large subject. Oh, now the smears is too high, chopping off your chin. What?
Oh, the cam.
It says now the smears it's too high. Okay. So cutting off my chin. Is that better?
Perfect right there.
All right. So, so it's our biggest course. Birds of Prey is a big thing to chew. And like I said before, we should have done something on how to draw eagles, how to draw hawks, how to draw falcons, and broken it up that way. Instead, we did Birds of Prey, and there's hundreds of species in there. We got 15 species in there. And I talk about anatomy, I talk about the head structure, I talk about feet structure, I talk about wings, how the wings work, I talk about flight and animation. And then we get into 15 specific birds where we build from the skull out, and then we draw the full body. So there's a lot in there. It's really cool. And then also the other big thing I want to tell you guys is that on October 10th, we're doing a new live web event. It was about a year ago, June maybe, that we did our live event in Orlando. We had about 300 people show up for that. It was great. Well, obviously we can't do that anymore. And we had a lot of people that were overseas that couldn't make that and asked us to start doing these live web events. And so we did. We've done several over the last year, and they're really successful. We love doing them. And so we're going to do another one October 10th, and I'm going to talk about my approach to animal drawing. Draw a red panda, a walrus, draw a badger. I love those. I'm going to do those in that order. A red panda, a walrus, and I'm going to draw a badger. There you go.
That's good.
Sounds good.
Are you tired?
A little bit.
Did you stay up all night again?
No.
All right. I
look
look at Dustin and he's like this.
Though. I didn't get much. I honestly didn't get much sleep last night.
All right.
I took a long nap yesterday.
It's forgivable. Have you tried AHA flavored soda waters? It's like listening. It's like watching static TV as someone in the next room whispers a flavor. This one is citrus and green tea. I love them.
This live stream is sponsored by
AHA.
Aha.
You didn't even show the You didn't even show the label. You showed half and half.
AHA.
Yep, there's the top.
Well, I just killed that one. So check out. So the live stream is going to be on animal drawing, October 10th, from 11 a.m. To 5 p.m. Eastern time. So it's 6 hours. We go about 2 hours and 45 minutes, do a 30-minute break, and then go another 2 hours and 45 minutes. So it's really full. We're going to go over anatomy, comparative anatomy. I'm going to talk about live animal drawing. We're going to talk about all kinds of stuff. It's going to be a lot of fun. So I want you to check that out, October 10th. And then finally, my brother Travis, as many of you know, is an artist as well. He's an animator. We worked at Disney together for 10 years. Also a great story artist. He's got a lot of experience I was going to say expertise and experience in the industry. Currently, he works for Netflix as a storyboard artist, but he also every every Monday, he calls them Draw Over Mondays. He does draw overs where students can send in their drawings, and he will draw over them and talk about correcting and all that kind of stuff. And that is from 6 to 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. My brother lives in Seattle. I live all the way on the other corner of the United States in Florida. We couldn't really get any further apart, which is probably good for us.
Right.
But he lives up in Seattle from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. every Monday. It's Draw Over Mondays with Travis Blaise. And they're really cool. And I'm sorry, it's on Twitch. That's the only platform he's doing that on is Twitch.
Twitch.
I forgot to say that. I forgot to put that in there.
Uh-oh.
So go on over to Twitch, download it if you don't have it, and you can watch him do Draw Over Mondays. And there you go. What else do I have? I got Dustin here. Got Jesse Batterd in here. Got the whole crew here. Yeah. Vedanta's outside pressure washing.
That's always fun.
I'm drawing, and my girlfriend's pressure washing.
Nice.
That's a good relationship right there. All right, so Red Panda.
Red Panda, Dustin the goat,
Dustin the goat. I saw that.
hummingbird, llama.
Okay, let me do the Red Panda first. I need a little bit of reference. I need to have a touch of reference.
Just a touch, just a sliver.
Just a sliver.
Just a wolf.
They're already a character. You can't really improve on a Red Panda.
I got one named Sawyer.
How can you go wrong with a red panda?
I love red pandas. They're so curious.
Cute. All right, I pulled up. There it is, right there. I pulled up one image. Red Panda, right there. Right there. Let's drag that in there.
And got myself a
So now you
question
guys
whenever
can
you're
see
ready.
what I'm looking at. What's that?
Got a question whenever you're ready.
I'm ready.
I've had this question all week for you. Being the main character animator, how does that become? Is he or she the top animator, or is it their style how to make it so?
Well, you become a supervising animator. There's no overall head animator on a crew. There are supervising animators for certain characters, and so much like an actor gets cast to play a role in a movie, supervising animators get cast to play a character in a movie. And so on a movie, let's say like The Lion King, I was cast to play young Nala, so I became a little female lion cub, and it was my responsibility to design her character and then animate her character throughout the film. And then if there's a lot of that character to be animated, so much that I can't do it all, then we bring other animators in to help with that, and I supervise their animation in order for it to look consistent. Something like on The Beast, I was one of the Beast animators, but there were 6 of us all together that animated The Beast, and it was Glenn Keane who was the supervisor, and he made sure that all of it was consistent, so it all felt like the same character on the screen. And the way you get to that, it just takes years of practice and dependability, and there's a lot of factors that fall into it. But that's how it goes. So let's do a caricature of a red panda. That's what I want to see if we can get a few of them done today. So that I love these little ears, and I want to accentuate that space on the top of the head. Turn that just a little bit. I love that little nose. So I'm going to make that even smaller. And then the eyes.
I know this is a bit off art topic, but since it ties into animation, do you know anything about voice acting?
Yes.
Are there people that just do voice acting, or are
Absolutely.
they typically regular actors that do voiceovers on the side?
No,
my daughter's interested in this.
There's a lot of voice actors that do only voice acting. But there's a lot of actors that do voice acting as well. You know, it just depends on the type of voice you have. Obviously, you have people like Morgan Freeman who can, you know, he's really well sought after for voice acting as well as being a great actor. So I'm pulling out all my cute stops, trying to get this guy as cute as possible.
Kurt Michael's stopping by to say hello.
Hello, Kurt Michael.
Can the Red Panda be a chef?
A chef?
A chef.
No, because I'm just going to do a Red Panda and then I'm going to go on to another character.
Can you imagine Ramsey as a Red Panda?
It's raw.
It's raw. Where's the lamb sauce?
I'll just get her to say that. Take the words right out of my mouth.
Give him those little teeth. Got these really cool little, very distinctive shaped ears. These guys are related to raccoons.
Regarding the voice question, how is the process to match the audio and the animation? For example, with the voices.
Well, the voices are always recorded first, and we animate to the voice. It's not done the other way around. A lot of people think the animation is done first, but that's not true. The animation is done second. We listen to that animation, and then the dialogue is laid on the track, and so you can scroll. Nowadays, you can just see on the audio track where the dialogue falls, but back in the day when I was doing it, we couldn't. So we depended on what's called a track reader, and that we had what's called exposure sheets, and the track reader would go through and write on each frame, where the dialogue fell on each frame of film, so that when I went through when I would go through the exposure sheet, I could see where each sound would fall. It was very cool. And so that's how like I would know on frame 50 that there is an ooh for hell, or an O for hello. And so I would animate according to that.
Oh.
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 Oh, I see.
I see.
So let's see here. So real quick, you can see how quick we can come up with a character. It's kind of fun. So this is our cute little Red Panda.
Hey there. Hope all is well.
Nick's saying that there's audio static. He's not sure if it's the fan or cable issue. It's definitely not a fan because it's super quiet today.
So I think it's that plug thing again.
It might be the plug because you've had to move things around. So annoying.
Hopefully that fixes it.
All right, we back on?
Yep.
All right.
We is back in motion.
So let me knock this back a little bit. Turn that off. We'll just do a tie down of this. 'Cause I kind of like this little guy.
Thank you, little guy.
I like this little guy.
So, question I was going to ask is, hey there, hope all is well. Love your work in tutorials. I was wondering if you have ever drawn Ice Age mammals.
Very little. I've done some saber-toothed cats.
Turns out they're still a little static.
Well, can't fix it right now.
Yeah, I think we're going to need a.
We're gonna have to start doing some testing before we start from now on.
I think we just need a new mic because we've had that same mic for how long? 2, 3 years?
Maybe, but it shouldn't just spontaneously go. Oh, the cord, I guess, would.
Yeah. Yeah, some mics, especially cheaper ones, they deteriorate over time.
Just like people.
Yep, exactly like people.
So it was better for a second, and then it sounded like you added a second audio source, and the static came back. We didn't add a second audio source, so I'm not sure what that is.
Well, we swapped out one audio source for another.
Oh, it did. Where was the where?
It was set to the default, which I think is the.
Let's just make it go to this. Switch it over to this.
I would need to use the mouse again.
Okay. We'll switch it over to my my camera.
Alright. And I guess we're going to need to speak up too.
No, you're going to put it here. I don't have to speak up. You have to speak up.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
I think it's this one.
Oh wow. Yeah, but snap.
Yeah, that's it.
Yep.
Hello, hello, hello. You guys can hear me? Is that better, Nick?
Hopefully.
We got it on my Logitech camera.
Are there phones near the mic? Maybe that's it.
No.
He said, oh,
There's
that
not-
fixed it.
Well, that fixed it.
Yeah, that's what fixed it.
It's alive. It's alive.
Red Panda. Yum.
Yum. Oh, that's terrible because that means we ate the red panda. Red panda. Yum.
Yum.
You're under arrest.
I actually think they're like an endangered species.
Huh?
I think they're also an endangered species, aren't they?
Yeah, I think
They're super cute.
They're
them
so
and the pandas are.
I drew a bunch of them when we were at the zoo in Chester, the Chester Zoo in England.
Uh-huh.
They had a whole bunch of them there. Well, not a whole bunch. They had 3. But
That's a whole bunch.
yeah, but I did a bunch of drawings. It was cool. So this is probably what I would start out with for a little design in a movie, a little character design. Red Panda.
Yum.
So this is just, all I did on this was just give them little kid proportions, which they already have. The big cranium, that's what makes them inherently cute.
Pumpkin spice raccoons.
Yeah.
Pumpkin spice.
Yep.
Pumpkin spice makes everything nice.
It really does.
Question. How long ago does Brother Bear take place? Because if it's 10,000 years ago, then you've directed Ice Age mammals. Bears are technically Ice Age mammals.
Yeah, it takes place 10,000 years ago. Yeah, I mean, I did, and we drew mammoths and stuff like that. I just don't make it a habit of drawing it very often. That's all I'm saying.
That's all you're saying?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not a fool.
There we go.
There we go.
No static, but you sound far away. That's better. All right. You're just going to have to deal with it.
Just deal with it.
Don't like it with the color though, so I'm just going to leave the drawing. So there's our little red panda. Let's do this. I'll put it right next to the animal that we're drawing. There we go. There's a little red panda. And let's do, what do we got next? We got a walrus. I gotta pull up a walrus.
A walrus.
Yeah. A walrus.
Aaron Blaise, do you ever do draw-along live streams on a weekend or evening? Maybe a little slower pace with people drawing along with your step-by-step.
Nope.
The pace you're going is the one you're staying at.
No, I don't. Yeah, my weekends are my weekends, baby. This is a 5 days a week job. Well, actually, it's a 7 day a week job. I fight for my weekends. But yeah, it would be kind of fun though, have it with other folks. All right, that one's kind of cool. I like this one. So here we got a walrus. Let's see here. A walrus. Come on, open up. There we go. Let's drag him over. Yeah. It's kind of fun. Got a little bit of reference.
Viva la reference.
Viva la reference. Viva.
Viva.
All right, so here, I want to get nice silhouette. Whoops. What am I doing? Here we go. So on this guy, I want to get some character in him.
It would be fun to do a draw along, and we use a hashtag so we can see what we all did. That sounds like a fun plan.
Yeah?
How about an Australian animal, also known as an echidna?
Echidna.
Echidna.
It's one of the only, along with platypuses, that lay eggs. Animals that lay eggs.
Platypuses?
Platypuses.
Platypuses. Platypies.
Platypes.
So we got that. I want to go broader with this. I want to push him even broader. Let's just get really simple. That was getting too complicated there.
How do you make your reference photo as a separate pop-up window?
I just open it as another file.
Done and done.
Just open it as another file and then drag it over.
Drag each little bit over. Like, hey, you're my reference today.
There we go. How many times did I say there we go?
Oh, are you talking about now, or are you talking about the recordings?
On the recordings.
Oh God. I cut out a lot of them, but there's still well over 100, and all the videos all mixed together. Can't wait for the Birds of Prey course. Just 1 week. Woohoo!
You can make him wall-eyed because he's a walrus.
Wall-eyed.
We'll do that. So I like the challenge because like this guy I'm struggling on, so I want to see what we can come up with on this. I'm not liking this one either. I'm just looking at the guy here, and I'm not quite crazy about it. So let's just go back into the face. I want to see what makes up that face. Let's just go back to some simplicity here.
Nice.
Nose. Do it like a yow nose. I love how the eyes are way out here.
Martin Burger, huh?
His eyes. I love how his eyes are way out here.
Martinberg is asking, will Manny do a course for your website? Maybe
Yes.
sketching on location or something. The live stream with him and Aaron was so cool.
Yes, actually, we plan on doing that. He's doing a sketchbook course with us.
Ooh.
Actually, I want to bring Manny on to one of our next live streams.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah, it'd be a good time. I like those puffy eyes on the walls. That's funny. So let's see here. Yeah, just simplify that shape a bit.
Already out of questions again?
Starts to look like Wilford Brimley.
Wilford Brimley?
Got the diabetes.
I have diabetes.
Diabetes.
I have diabetes.
He's got diabetes. And then. Hi, Aaron. Have you ever drawn a honey badger? They're so fierce. I'm curious as to how you would make them look cute, but still definitely a honey badger. All right, let's try it. We'll try that one after we do the. What was the one after the? Oh, a regular badger. That's right.
Sleepy Walrus.
Yeah. Feels a little even, so I'm going to do this. I'm going to go, oh, just give them big. Some big wrinkles here.
Officially all out with questions.
Out.
Out.
Hey, guys.
Come on, guys, give me some questions here. Throw me a
some
burn
YouTube
here.
comment. I purchased your course on acting for animation, and it's really good. Thank you very much. I had a lot of fun doing that animation.
Looking for promotion.
I actually had a lot of fun doing that animation. I'm going to be doing another YouTube video on some of the animal scenes I did from that. Here we go. There's something about this I kind of like. It's a little doofy. I want to change that nose a little bit.
Hey, Aaron.
Hey, how's it going, eh?
How's it going? Have you seen the Sulawesi Babirusa at Tampa Zoo?
No.
Sulawesi Babirusa? Babirusa?
Bubba.
Bubba?
Fafafui?
Bubba Fafafui? I don't think neither of us have seen that. None of us have seen it here. Have you seen that?
What?
It's a Sulawesi Babirusa.
How you say?
It actually kind of sounds familiar, but I am not 100% sure.
I love doing these wrinkles.
Wrinkles.
Details. Will there be any animations on a live stream soon?
Yes. I'm going to be getting back to Snow Bear pretty soon. I know I'm always talking about it, but I really am. like this guy.
Can we request an animal?
Yep. There we go. Walrus.
I'm trying to think of something different. Animals.
What are some tips for digital painting? Every animal and background I paint is too flat looking.
Well, that's a matter of just using lighting to indicate volume. And I've got a whole course on lighting and how I approach lighting in my digital painting. But I mean, I could sit and talk about digital painting for hours and hours and hours and hours. I mean, there's all kinds of tips and things like that. But you really got to, if your images are looking flat, then you should really look at your lighting, because that's what's going to determine your volume. Yeah, I want this guy to be big.
The North Sulawesi babirusa is a pig-like animal native to Sulawesi and some nearby islands in Indonesia.
Awesome.
Interesting.
How about a board character? That would be kind of interesting. I like boards.
For what
Boards.
picture?
Boards.
Boards?
Like boards. I like boards.
The North Sulawesi babirusa is a pig-like animal native. Oh, I said no.
Yep. Wake up.
I'm trying. Hey, how about you make a capybara? I would love to see that.
We did that 2 weeks ago.
Capybara. Oh, that's like that.
The largest rodent in the world.
Yeah, that.
There we go. Keeping it. What I wanted to do is push that body really big. I'd like to see you draw a fossa sometime. Yes, fossas are cool.
They are pretty cool.
What's that?
Twitch comment. I'm requesting a drawing of a crested gecko. All right.
Is there more to the story?
Nope. What about making a naturally cute and harmless animal look terrifying?
A turtle.
Try to do that. I just want to see how many animal drawings I can get here. Yeah, turtle. That's funny.
It's so terrifying.
The rabbit. It's got great sharp teeth.
Or no, actually, a deer with sharp teeth, like a sharp deer with red
There are
eyes.
such a thing as deer with fangs.
They're called a vampire deer, aren't they?
Well, there's musk deer, and there's a lot of different types that have that.
Oh, okay.
Not a lot.
I
There's
saw
several.
somebody that made like taxidermy with like wolf teeth in there, and it was snarling. And I was like, that is awesome. It was a buck. It was a buck with sharp teeth, red eyes, and I was like, I kind of want that in my living room.
Yeah. I'm just going here really fast.
I'm really learning a lot from your courses. I'm in my 60s and you've improved my drawing skills so much. Are you familiar with the artist William D. Barry?
Yes.
If you are, how much influence and did he have on your art?
It's funny you say that. Look. William D. Barry. Right there.
Boom.
I love this book. This is one of my favorite books. I keep it right next to me. William D. Barry had a big influence on me, especially since I was going, back in the 90s, I was going to Alaska every year. And And he was a big inspiration for me to do my field drawings and paintings and things like that. So it's funny you mentioned that. I just find that pretty cool. Get some color on in here. And a little bit in here.
Here's a challenge. Maybe try drawing an extinct prehistoric animal. Dinosaurs, supersized sloths, sea creatures, etc.
Okay. We'll do that in a future stream. Let's do that. Let's do like a ancient prehistoric character design day.
We'll just put a pin on it.
We'll just put a pin in it.
If you could have time, could you draw a tarsier?
If we have time.
Is that how you pronounce it, tarsier?
Yeah.
I thought that was a terrier for a minute.
Terrier.
Like here, it looked like terrier. I'm like, that's enough.
Where's the terrier?
Tarsier is like a little wide-eyed primate.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
Can you do a skunk if you have time, please?
Yes, if we have time. There we go. Trying to go as fast as I can. There we go. Give them blue eyes. Actually, it's red eyes. They have red, like, really kind of orange red eyes. What's that going to look like? There we go. And with a little highlight on top. There. That's goofy looking.
Goofy. During the stream on October 10th, is that also going to be able to watch back afterwards?
Yes. If you signed up for it, you will be able to watch it back later. Absolutely. Draw a badger. Actually, we have badgers in my. Now, there's a European badger, and then there's a North American badger. We've got pictures of the North American badger. Obviously, this is Africa. The North American. Did I load that up in the other one? I must have loaded that up in the other library. I did, so I'm just going to pull it up off of online. I'll just make it easier and quick.
Quick and painless.
Badger. There we go. Oh, there's a honey badger. There's a European badger. I'll pull each one of these up.
It'd be fun to have a honey badger character that's like really sweet and elegant.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be fun to work on.
Well, honey badgers, I think they have a naturally cute face.
They are really cute. Don't they like fight cobras and stuff?
Oh, yeah. They're just the most badass thing on the savannah. So let's see here, right there. There we go. Let's drag this over. And let's drag this one. Here's a European badger right here. This is a North American badger on the left. Oh, I missed the honey badger. There's our honey badger. Someone asked for a honey badger earlier.
Honey badger.
Honey badger. Honey badger, don't give up. Raw badger. Badger.
Everything you see is badger.
Badger.
Yeah. Not really getting that many questions today.
I think we probably are sparse today, huh?
Yeah.
Bummer, dude.
Bummer.
Are you familiar with Don Bluth?
Of course, I'm very familiar with Don Bluth. I don't know Don Bluth personally, but yes, I am familiar with Don. With Don Bluth.
I'm in my last year of high school, and all my life, I wanted to do concept art and character design. Do you have any tips on how I can achieve that dream?
Yep. You got to do first of all, you got to draw a lot. Concept art and character design. You need to change your styles up too. So you got to have an ability to do that, and you really got to get good at humans and animals. So a big suggestion for you is to study those things. Get good at human anatomy, animal drawing. Badgers tend to be really mean. I won't put in more like this. But it takes a lot of work in that way. So you got to be a student of the world, as an artist, because you're going to be drawing a lot of different things as a visual development artist. So many people think being a visual development artist means you can just kind of do whatever you want, but that's not the case, especially in a big studio. You have to really follow that style of whatever the movie's going to be. Let's do this.
Do you have any advice on drawing cloth? Do you have any advice on drawing cloth?
Yep. Just let me finish this first.
Okay.
Yeah, I just want to get this in here like this. I want to get those eyes maybe a little better. But as far as drawing cloth, you got to observe cloth. That's what you got to do. Set up some folds. Set up sheets, set up blankets, set up different types of cloth, and see how those folds fall. Look at put some loose fitting clothes on, and draw that. See how that works. The big secret to things like that, like animal drawing, people are always asking me, or how do I draw cloth? Observe it. It's right there. We all wear clothes. So go out and look at it. And you'll discover stuff. That's what it takes. It just takes homework.
Lots of homework. Did you see the new Mulan remake on Disney Plus?
Yeah.
If so, what did you think of it?
I liked it. Thought it was very cool. I like that they didn't try to just remake the original.
Yeah, they went for more of like a realistic sort of, like how it actually happened or something.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of the, what they're going for with these remakes is just kind of like based off of the true story of what they actually were.
There we go. So this, there we go. Yeah, and I don't know how close they were to the original story, because the story's got a lot of different variations, but they definitely pushed it I like the idea that they she didn't need a man kind of thing.
I never watched it, but I mean, I heard it was alright.
Oh, it's good. It's better than all right.
Beauty. Do you have advice on drawing cloth?
Dustin, wake up. Seriously, wake up. You just asked me that. There you go.
I do like that badger.
Yeah.
Looks like me at work. It's my spirit animal.
Nolan Taylor says that.
Question, I have a Wacom into us, but I want to get a Wacom 1. I know I can get as much done with either one, but from your professional point of view, which is better for working purposes? Let's see. I would say a Wacom 1 for sure. Because anytime I can sit and draw on the screen and not have to sit and look at my monitor while I'm drawing, that to me is a big plus. There we go. I think Dustin's awake now.
Trying to be. That doesn't work on me.
Darn.
And Nolan says that badger looks like he would sound like Bob Hoskins. Will you draw a phoenix?
Nope, not today.
IKS?
We're doing animals, realistic animals today, as character
Not
designs.
phoenix like the Firebird, but it's spelled FENIKS.
Okay, that's not a real
Phoenix?
animal.
Hang on.
Is it Phoenix?
Oh, you mean a fennec fox?
Oh, fennec fox.
A phoenix. I think that's what they call it. I don't know.
Oh, we could do that.
Seems... Yeah, I think what they meant was
I
fennec
think
fox.
I think the person misspelled it. Yeah, I think it's spelled FENNEC.
There we go.
The fennec fox, yeah. It's that tiny little fox that's in Zootopia.
Yeah, exactly.
I love that character.
You kiss me tomorrow, I'll bite your face off.
Now let's do a little layer underneath.
Can you be good at drawing something just by observing the characteristics of a subject you're drawing?
I suppose. I mean that's what we're trying to do right now. Normally in character design, I want you to, I would want to know all about the character that I'm designing for. Obviously, I want to know what their character is. But in this case today, because we're just trying to see how many we can get done by request, then it's just, what kind of character does that animal kind of evoke in my head? And that's what I'm trying to get across.
What kind of cartoon do you think is more expensive to make, a 2D or 3D?
They're both about the same, depending on, it all comes down to, production value. If I'm doing a fully animated on 1s and 2s, 2D animated film, it's going to be just as expensive as a 3D film.
Did they give you a budget to work with?
Oh yeah. Yeah, with Brother Bear we had $90 million.
Wow. And then whatever the box office makes is, I don't know. I can't remember.
Well, you want to get past 90 million in order, well, actually more than that, because you have to pay for advertising and all that before you start turning a profit.
That's like it determines like if they get a sequel or not.
Well, that determines on success of the film.
True. Of all the movies that you worked on, or if you were like from like being one of the animators of Mulan to being the director of Brother Bear, of all the ones that you worked on, which one had the highest budget?
The highest budget?
Yeah, which one had the most expensive budget
Uh,
that you were a part of?
I don't know because we really didn't talk about budgets back then. I think Mulan was probably the highest out of all those.
Avalanche scene.
Yeah, well, that was just expensive. That was just the artists making it cost a lot of money.
The person was asking about the Fennec Fox was actually trying to spell the phoenix, like the bird.
Oh,
But that is, it's not Phenix. The phoenix is
Phoenix. Sorry.
what was it? Pheo.
Nix.
Right.
Actually.
yeah, we're not doing imaginary animals today.
Real animals.
Oops, I'm missing something here. There we go.
That's a good suggestion. Draw a chimpanzee, which I could find less from your drawings.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, I think I've only seen you draw like 3 or so chimpanzees through the years. I mean, I'm sure you draw more, but
I want to draw a European badger real quick. I want to see if I can do it.
European badger.
is that the kind of badger that we saw the last time we were in Montana?
Nope, it's a European badger. Montana's in North America.
Right, I know that, but what?
No, that's what I just drew. Is a North American badger.
Oh, that's what that was?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Hey, there's so many badges.
They've got
Yeah, I
this
remember-
really great shape to them.
Yeah, I remember seeing that old badger in at the place that we went to. It was an old blind badger.
Yep. The European badgers are similar, but they're kind of different at the same time. They've got a similar feel. I want to try to draw this guy a little more happy-go-lucky.
Is that what the middle image is?
That's a European badger.
That's the European badger today?
Yep.
The one the bottom one, that's the North American badger.
Yes, exactly.
Gotcha. Yeah, the European badgers look more.
They've just got a really cool
Cute.
design to them.
They look cuter.
Yeah.
The North American ones just look meaner. Like the European badgers look like they're like, "Hey guys, how's it going?" North American ones are like, "Get off my lawn!"
Dan. Every time I see a badger, I think of the one from Fox and the Hound.
There we go.
With all the restrictions because of the virus, I wonder how good you think sketching animals from videos are. It's nothing like drawing from life.
I totally.
but
It's a lot better than drawing from photos.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always recommend drawing from video. I do it all the time. If you can't be there in person, then do it for video. Don't do it from Google Photos like I'm doing. This is probably the worst thing to do. But because we don't have videos right now, it's the only thing I can do.
I wonder if that should be a experiment I should try in the future. Like instead of focusing so much on photos, like try to create slow motion footage of certain creatures, of like their movements and stuff,
Yeah, you can do that.
and make those into like video references. What do you think of that idea?
I said it'd be a good idea. You could do that. There we go. How about an African wild dog or a serval? Their big round ears are so cute. That's true.
Is there anything art related on your bucket list or an art dream you'd like to achieve in the future? I like to illustrate and write my own graphic novel.
Not art-wise. I think art-wise, I'll be pushing myself on everything until I die. I think I don't know if there's anything burning that I want to do. I'd like to do some big major paintings. I think the biggest thing I want to just do personally is I want to learn another language. I've always wanted to learn another language, and I just haven't done it. That's my big thing I want to do personally. There we go.
Could you draw a Komodo dragon?
What about to draw a hedgehog? The quills could be fun. There's our little European badger.
Hi.
He's cute.
Hi. I'm adorable. Yeah. North American badgers are known to be cantankerous, and European badgers will invite you over for tea and biscuits.
Yeah.
Come on in, meet the missus.
Sort of a little bit of
Got
white.
the tea in the kettle. Do you pause the video or do you draw from the video while the animal is moving?
Both. I do both. See, what's great about video is at least it's moving around so you can get a sense of its three-dimensional form. In photographs, you can't really get that.
Which kind of bear do you like more, polar bear or grizzly bear?
I don't like either one more. I love them both. For sure. Without a doubt. They're just awesome animals. There, I'm just going to put some highlights on this guy. Our little European badger.
Can you do an albatross?
We might be getting to the limit of what I can do today. Got to remember all the ones that we had requested.
Push it to the limit.
If I can get to it, I will.
What's your brush opacity at when you sketch?
100% usually.
100?
100. 100. But I have the pressure sensitivity on, so it's not completely opaque.
What is the official release date for the Birds of Prey course?
It's going to be in a couple of weeks. We don't have an official date yet. It's going to be soon. We just have to finish getting all the titles and everything. Dustin just finished editing the last video.
Literally like a few hours ago.
Yep. So that means Nick, our process is we get them all edited. We shoot them, get them all edited. Nick and I go through them and watch them. And then to make sure there aren't any mistakes, and then we get them out. And because this one's so big, it's going to take a little while to go through it. There's our guy there. So European and American badger. I guess I did something. I had this. I must have moved it. Let me give him whites in his eyes. There we go.
Did you know that we people from Austria live in forest cities with explosive trees? You learned that this week too.
Explosive trees.
Explosive trees.
That's terrifying.
Let's take this, and we'll take
Trees
all of
that go
these.
kaboom, I guess.
So what was this? Tree explode. Oh.
Was the phrase? Where's the kaboom?
It's somebody's
The great, the earth-shattering kaboom.
So there's 4. Let's try something else. Do another one. There we go.
Courtney Russo says, looking forward to the live workshop in October.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be fun.
Do you have any idea what your next How to Draw course will be on as far as animals go? I might be doing primates. And I know that's a big one, but we might do apes or primates. I'm not sure yet. But we had a lot of requests on primates. We get a lot of requests on reptiles as well. Okay, so what was another request that we had?
Most recent one. Well, there was one a bit ago of a Komodo dragon. I know that. But somebody just recently requested a Tamara.
Oh, before that.
Tamara.
Before the Komodo dragon.
Before the Komodo.
Should have wrote them down.
Chimpanzee.
Oh yeah, chimp. Let's do a chimp. We can do all kinds of chimps. That'd be fun. Chimp. I always like to start with the heads and then I work into the bodies. That's why I did just heads here. Because it takes me a little while to get used to the animal that I'm drawing. But a chimp we might be able to get into a little quicker. Oh, look at that little guy. He's just a youngster.
Hey, little guy.
Let's see.
Click.
Here's an older one. Now, I think these guys, I want to see what I can get if I was doing this for a film. What would I do? Come on, desktop.
Huh?
My desktop isn't catching up.
My grandpa chimp with lots of wrinkles.
There we go.
Lots of wrinkles.
All the wrinkles.
You can do a young chimp and an old chimp. There's a little young chimp right there.
How many wrinkles should it have? Yes. How come the red panda isn't colored in?
Because I didn't feel like it. I wanted to move on to the next one.
I don't like her.
I want to do these chimps. I like the idea of doing these chimps. This is going to be cool. So the first thing I want to do, because I want to do full body, I want to get kind of a body attitude. And I know that, they're kind of big in the chest and small in the waist. So, I want to do something like this. They're big here.
Chimps are cute. Did you work on Tarzan too?
No. Those legs together like this. Maybe push that a little more.
I do have one question. Like did you actually work on any sequel of an original that you did?
Yes, I've worked on. Well, I guess technically, I did. No, I've never worked on a sequel from a movie that we did, but I have worked on a sequel. Like I did The Rescuers Down Under.
Oh yeah, that's
I
right.
worked on that. That was a sequel.
Looks like that was one of your first ones.
That was the first full feature I worked on. Yes.
I love that movie.
Oh, yeah.
But here, let's do this.
Marahute was one of my favorites.
Yeah, I really wanted to animate Marahute
That would have been
with
awesome.
Glenn.
Oh, is that based off of a real bird?
A wedge-tailed eagle.
Wedge-tailed eagle.
Yeah, that's Australia's only eagle.
I thought it was a golden eagle.
No,
Because of gold
yeah.
feathers.
Yeah, that's it. Oh my, that's a big birdie.
Yeah, they're
So
but
there's-
they're normally not that big.
what's interesting about a chimp is that you got this big. You can do the big mouth like this with a small chin. Marahute,
What was the species that was based off? of?
wedge-tailed eagle. It's Australia's only eagle.
Oh, I see now.
There we go. You get big ears out there like that. That's a chimp trait. Whoops. Whoops. Oh, I got to go back. I'm not on.
Yeah, it's
There
a
we go.
Beautiful eagle.
Yeah, it is. Will the live workshop be traditional or digital? If traditional, what supplies do we need? It's either one. I'm going to be giving I'm going to be drawing digitally, but I'm just talking about how to draw animals. So it's not software specific. You don't need to. There we go. You can follow along traditionally.
Question, Aaron. What was the best and not so great things about doing Lightbox from home?
Well, it was great in that we were saving money on travel. But obviously, it's not so great because we don't get to interact with people personally. That's really the only drawback. Otherwise, it was great. I have a feeling we're going to start seeing a lot more venues like that. I'll pull this down here so I can see it a little better. Make this guy a little more, not necessarily mean, but. So I could do this. I could bring that way down, exaggerate that just a touch, and give him that little chin, a little beard.
Well, when you first worked on different kinds of birds, was it hard to work on feathers and wings at first?
Well, I've been doing it ever since I was a kid, so it was at first. But once you understand, the big thing is you don't have to draw every feather. That's what I really emphasize that in my How to Draw Birds of Prey. Getting in there and drawing every feather, you're just going to go down this rabbit hole of annoyance.
That's when shading comes in hand for sure when it comes in feathers.
Yeah.
When I do it. It helps, add texture.
Now here, I want to push this guy a little more. I kind of like what we got going on. Oh, I was drawing on the wrong layer. Doggone it. See that? Drawing on the wrong layer.
Stop drawing right now. Why? You're drawing the wrong layer. Suggestion. What if you animate Marahute for a live stream?
Marahute.
Marahute. I'm terrible at pronouncing names. Marahute. Just like you always wanted. Or like a a Marabute-like bird. So, like animating a wedge-tailed eagle.
Yeah, we could do something like that. I mean, it's.
Did you do wedge-tailed eagle for your birds of prey?
I did not. No.
Oh, okay.
Eagles, it was the bald eagle and the harpy eagle.
And the golden eagle.
Gold.
So here, what I want to do is just I want to push things just a little bit.
Massive.
Extra large birds.
There. I love doing chimps. Yeah, I think doing a chimp course, well, not a chimp course, but an ape course or primate course would be cool.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Now, once again, I want to make sure I don't fall into the same problem that we did with the birds of prey if I do one on apes. I mean, there's lots of different apes.
Well, if anything, we can probably start with a very specific species, like chimpanzees or gorillas or something of that sort.
Here. And for those of you that are joining late, I want to let you know that October 10th, we're doing a live event. We're doing a big live event on 6 hours. And I'm going to be talking about my approach to drawing animals and some of the things I think about while I'm doing it, and anatomy and all kinds of fun stuff. So here I want to bring this down a little bit more. So if you are interested in that, get those cheekbones too. So, you know, get used to going over your drawings and refining. That's what I'm doing here. So if you're interested in that, then I would love for you to join us. That's going to be October 10th. So go on over to creatureartteacher.com/live. I think is the page. Is that right, Dustin? Yes.
Yep, creatureartteacher.com/live.
Yes. Come on over and check that out. And hopefully we can get together. So here's my exaggeration, just pushing that a little bit. And here's, making this guy kind of this grumpy old codger.
How large is the wingspan of a harpy eagle?
I think they're about 8 to 10 feet.
Wow.
I could be wrong.
But they are.
I know it's over 8, and they've got a huge. They're broadwing hawks. They're built more like accipiters, which are the true hawks, the bird hawks. Those are they're the ones that eat other birds, and so they tend to fly through the forest, and in doing so, they've got broad wings for banking really hard and big tails. And so, where most eagles are built for soaring and a little bit of maneuverability like that, harpy eagles are really they're really built for that forest maneuverability. I am so appreciative of the sales you've had over the past few months and your courses. I just really think it was such a nice and wholesome thing to do during these rough times. Well, you are welcome. There we go. Yeah, that harpy was eyeballing you quite a bit.
Oh, yeah. There are a couple of moments where the trainer, she opened up the door so I could peek in and get the photos, and she kind of had her hand on the back of my shirt just as a
to yank
caution.
You back.
Yeah, because that harpy eagle was eyeballing me and had her wings up like ready to come down, and once she started coming down down the trunks, the trainer was like, "All right, time to go," and just yanked my shirt. But that's how I got those shots with like the harpy eagle's wings way up.
Mm-hmm.
It was really
there. So
really
here.
That bird is ready for her close-up.
I'm going to draw that other ear in. So there's one that I'm kind of liking. I want to push. What I want to do is push the shoulders up a little bit. So you got the shoulders up here. Put that. That's going to come there. Big latissimus muscle, and then small legs.
Will you do a live stream with Glenn Vilku in the future, like the one you did with Mandy last weekend?
Probably not anytime soon. I'd love to do one with Glenn, but he lives in California and I live in Florida, so it's a little difficult to do.
I gotta say, I had no idea that Zoom had that feature where you and Mandy were able to draw on the same.
That's
layer.
not Zoom.
Oh, was it Zoom?
That was,
No.
what
We
was it?
use Zoom to broadcast it, but that's not Zoom.
But what was that? Because that was a really.
It
cool
was
app.
I can't remember what it was, what the name of the app is.
I've done it once before, but I can't remember either.
I never even knew that kind of tool existed. You guys
Yeah.
being able to draw together like that.
Oh, it's cool. It's super cool. So here's the little feet. His little legs.
How did you get your toolbar and layer panel so small?
My what?
Your toolbar and layer panels.
Well,
like
my screen is huge.
yeah,
I think that's why.
because he's using a 6K screen.
Yeah.
Here's the set.
There. See.
Yep.
So it's
Yes.
a big screen.
The 32-inch Cintiq Pro that is at a 6K.
Yeah.
6K screen. And that's why a lot of the lettering and everything is so tiny.
Twitch comment: Lightbox was such an amazing event. I'm so glad it gave Europeans the opportunity to watch so many amazing artists. Yeah, it was pretty darn cool. It's Magma Studio by Bobby Chu. So it's Bobby Chu's new app. And it was really cool. It's magmastudio.io. That's a dot I haven't heard of yet. magmastudio.io.
Yeah, I don't want to interrupt. Back porch has wet paint on the floor, so please don't go back for anybody. Thanks.
Aye. Mind if I answer your question?
Nope.
Dustin, what's your dream photo capture, and what do you consider your best capture to date? My dream photo is probably either a grizzly bear charging through the water in Alaska, or a cheetah on the run towards its target. Like something like a very high intense action shot of a predator.
That is awesome.
I would love to get a shot like that. If I can get a shot like that, I'm gold. But the best capture that I have thus far, I would say there's actually two of them. One is the one that you really like, Dad, with the baby alligator resting on the mother's tail.
Yep.
That's one of my favorites. And another one where it's a low-angle shot of the great blue heron flying off to the right. And it's a vertical portrait shot. And those two are probably my all-time favorite captures thus far. So, yeah.
So here, I'm going to come in here and just throw a little bit of color. Question: did you continue to enjoy art even after it became your career? Always. I love doing art. Always will.
Where do you get the best skeletal references for animals?
I use bone clones. It's a company called Bone Clones. They're all casts. Can you turn the camera to show this whole lineup over here?
Yes, you have a into
This is just a small collection.
Yeah, I'm good.
Did you roll over on her toes?
No.
I
no,
hit
just,
her knee by accident.
cramps back there, but I'm good.
Yeah, so we got the big bird.
Yeah, so all of this stuff here, this is all from Bone Clones, except for the alligator skull up top. And then I've got a whole bunch on my desk. If you want to turn the camera, you can see all of those. Those are all from Bone Clones.
You've got all the little bird skulls up in the corner there.
That is awesome.
And those are featured in the Birds of Prey course, including this giant eagle skeleton. This is a
golden eagle.
golden
Yeah.
eagle, right?
Yep, all from Bone Clones.
And Goals on the animation desk right there. Boom.
Yeah. So I really recommend them. The prices are pretty decent, and it's not cheap by any means, but it's definitely for what we need, for our needs. It's very affordable, and I love them. Absolutely love them. So here I'm just going in nice and simple. There you go. Maybe get a little gray in his beard.
What other reference packs will Dustin be making?
Well, we were just talking about that. You can do texture packs and all kinds of animal packs that we've been talking about.
Yeah, and in fact, I might be planning on going back to that natural. What was it called again? I can't remember the natural bird.
Oh, Nature Encounters?
Huh?
Nature Encounters?
Nature Encounters. That's it.
Yeah.
I was just spitballing, but yeah, like try to set up a thing with them to get photos of certain birds from them. Thinking of trying to focus on some of the birds of prey stuff that they have there.
Yeah.
Like the bald eagles and harpies. They're gold. I think they have a golden eagle in there, right?
Yep.
So I might see a birds of prey reference pack sometime in the future. Don't know when, but it'll happen.
I want to give this guy a super intense look.
Alina Randolph says, "I just realized you're left-handed, Aaron. Me too."
Hey, there you go. So male gorillas can get really intense in their look. Well, the gorillas, chimps, all chimps can. So, but I just wanted to get really kind of.
For the birds of prey course, will you be adding photos of the bird skulls and skeleton from different angles?
Yes, we've got them in there from the front view, side view, and 3/4 view.
Actually, I don't think we've taken photos of the full golden eagle body yet.
No, that's actually a good idea. We can get that in there.
Yeah. If you want, we can set that up on Monday, or later after the stream. I just stop by my place, grab my camera gear, and just bring it over.
Sure. So here I'm just adding a little bit of light getting reflected in the eye. Here, this one I'm going to spend a little more time on. I'm enjoying this design. There. We'll get some reflections on the nose. There we go. Ooh, yes.
There we go.
Ooh, yes.
I swear, at some point, I need a pen and paper so that way every time I hear there we go, I just tally it. We just count how many times per stream you say there we go.
That'd be a fun drinking game. Every time you take a shot.
If you're taking a shot every time it says there we go, you're going to coma.
Yeah.
Let's put a shadow layer on this one. I want to do that. Jen on YouTube says, just signed up for the annual membership again. Yes, thank you, Jen. You guys are producing so much good stuff. I can't keep up. Well, there you go. That's the whole idea. We want to make sure if you're an annual member, is one of the things I was a little afraid of when we did the annual membership. Was like, man, am I going to be able to keep up with creating new content every year? But we've been doing it, and we've been very successful with it, and so we're happy about that. Give him a little shadow right there. I like this guy. Give him some attitude.
Another, we mentioned before that we might do a chimp course or something as our next course. Do you think we'll be doing that towards the end of this year, or do you think we're going to be holding off on that till start of next year?
Oh, no, I think we'll do it probably this year.
Probably start on that like maybe next month or something.
Yeah.
That'd be good. Hey, Aaron.
Yeah, how's it going, eh?
How's it going, eh? I know it's not your style of drawing, but are you up to the challenge of drawing superheroes? It'd be quite nice.
Yeah, you know what? I could definitely do it. Take me out of my comfort zone, and we could try it and see what I come up with. I think that could be kind of fun.
I actually should have asked that question like Kronk. How would you like to try and draw a superhero? Sounds like a good challenge, I must say. Erica Bay says, I am very happy with my annual membership.
Oh, thank you, Erica. We're happy that you're happy.
She's so happy, I'm happy. Courtney Russo says, I'm an annual member. It's awesome. I painted animals before, but the tutorials are so helpful.
Give them a little reflected, little rim lighting. A little green rim lighting.
What do you do with all these drawings? You just save them in giant folders? You must have thousands.
I do have thousands. We do. We literally do.
They fill up the files quick.
I've got terabytes and terabytes of images. So somebody just asked if I have a new chair. Yes! I have got a new Herman Miller Aeron chair. Aeron?
I need a new chair myself.
Check it out. Right here. Can you see it?
Yeah, one sec.
Move the fan. Yes, new chair, and it is super comfy. Perfect.
I miss those chairs. I used to work on one of those chairs before. Yeah, turn to your left a little bit so they can see the mesh. Yeah, all of that right there. All that is flexible mesh, so it's very breathable, and it stretches to fit. And the seat, the actual cushioning.
I got a large to fit my large behind.
The bottom cushioning is also mesh, right?
Yes. It's much more comfortable than the chair I had.
Yeah, I need to get something like that because my chair is like literally about to snap in half. So I need to get a new chair ASAP. I actually wonder if Office Depot might have one.
No, they don't have these.
Not those?
No.
But at this point, I
don't think they have a Herman Miller.
I
just went on the Herman Miller site and ordered it. It's a little cheaper that way. These are expensive, but
yeah.
I'm in this, my other chair, I spent $400 or $500 on, and it was dead in a year and a half.
Oh, one of these chairs?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, honestly, these chairs are in a much better condition than my current chair at home is. Like, my chair, when I'm leaning back, I can feel it has a hinge, so that way it can recline back. Half the hinge is broken, and so I'm feeling one half of my backrest just giving way.
Yeah.
As I'm leaning back, so eventually it's going to snap, and I'm going to fly backwards.
Yep.
And I'm just going to have a sitting stool, a stool on wheels.
That's actually happened to me once.
Yeah, it's
the chair snapped, and I've never leaned back in a chair since because it's going to happen.
Twitch question. Hi, Central Floridian here. Do you have any favorite places in Florida to go observe or photograph animals? Yes, I do. One of my favorite places is Black Point Road down at Merritt Island for bird life. It's absolutely fantastic. Any place out in the Ocala National Forest is just beautiful. Everglades is always beautiful.
Did I ask about the bonobos?
Bonobos?
Bonobos? Have you drawn bonobos?
I'm not drawing bonobos today, but bonobos were the ones when we were at the San Diego Zoo and she kept asking me to see my drawing. Remember that? The bonobo? They're like chimpanzees, but they're more slight.
Yeah. That's a bonobo?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I remember that. I'll never forget though there was a woman standing nearby and saw the whole thing going on, and we just hear her.
Are you kidding
Are
me?
you kidding me right now? Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh! Dustin, how was your birthday? It was fantastic. It was a lot of fun. Uh, I got a video, one of the Birds of Prey videos done during the day, and just straightened up my place. But afterwards, we had a nice get-together party in the back of Dad's place. Had some nice chocolate cake, had a pizza, and just had an absolute blast.
Yeah, for those of you that don't know, it was Dustin's 30th birthday 2 days ago.
And to everyone that's watching that, wish me a happy birthday this past Wednesday. Thank you very, very much. I loved all of them. You guys are awesome. Thank you.
So there's a funky Colmadina.
Okay.
So I put a little green glow on him. Let's see. Let's do a little cute chimp. I like this little guy. He's super cute.
Yeah.
Let's take this guy all together and shrink him up.
I didn't know that you could select all the layers at once and then shrink it all at once.
Yep. It's magic.
It is magic.
And you just highlight the layers you want to move around, right?
Yep.
Then again, I don't draw in Photoshop, though I'm really wanting to. It's just my,
I just use Photoshop because I'm used to it.
the pressure sensitivity on mine isn't good. Like, I don't know how to fix that. I've been trying. And then I had to see if I could even get it to load.
What's the software?
Twitch question, YouTube question. Have you drawn a Newfoundland dog? I don't think I have.
What's it?
Paint tool set? Yeah, it's like a paint tool.
So I have not drawn a Newfoundland. We should do that at some point. YouTube question. Do you ever go to Black Bear Wilderness Area in Sanford? I have. Good animal sightings there and good scenery on the half of the loop trail. Yes, I like that place a lot. Let's see here. I'm going to jump up here. Now, let's just go to baby proportions and see what we can do. I don't want to get the eyes closer than one eye width apart because then it starts looking weird. I like those big ears.
Them big ears go. Those ears are ginormous. Gigantor. Here we are at the question at the moment. At least on the Facebook end here.
That's just scary looking. I don't like that at all.
Hello. I'm Pennywise the Chip.
Oh gosh.
Second chimp comes out from the ceiling, wide-eyed. You'll fuck too. Hey, Gabby's here.
Hey, Gabster.
Good morning, all. Morning, Gabby.
Hello. Hello. It's me.
It's me. Hi, Aaron.
Hey, how's it
Have you
going?
ever been to the New Forest in England? If so, what do you think of it?
I know I haven't been.
There's a new
There's
forest?
a, yeah, I was going to say there's a new one. Because it was newly discovered.
I have never been.
What do you think your official next course will be? Wash, acrylics, apes?
I was just talking about that. We're talking about doing primates.
The apes next?
Yep.
Here it says I'm only on for a quick second because I'm on a break, but I'll probably catch the final later on today.
Who's that, Gabster?
Gabster. Sounds like a plan.
Aaron, I'm studying rabbits to try to learn to break down animal anatomy. I'm familiar with the anatomy now, but I still struggle with breaking it down for drawings in different poses. Any tips? Time. That's the biggest thing that's going to help you is time. I know that's not an answer you want to hear, but the more you do it, the more you'll understand, and that's really what it comes down to. That was really the only thing that helped me was just doing it over and over and understanding. And over time, you just come to understand more and more. They're really big with these ears. I love those ears. So here I want to just push it a little bit more. That's what I'm trying to do. And this is what I try to stay as loose as possible in these beginning stages, just to play with proportion and not spend a lot of time. Like here, I like one of the things I like in the reference is the wrinkliness under the eyes.
Yeah, it wasn't Vedanta that I heard. That was my good friend Jesse.
Hi. Hello.
Can you talk about how your line work differs when doing caricature versus realism?
My line work actually stays the same pretty much.
And the lines seem to have more flow when it's a caricature.
I try to do the same thing when I'm doing realistic. Obviously, you're not going to have as much. When you're doing realistic, it will get a little bit more detailed sometimes because and when I'm doing caricature, I'm eliminating things that I don't need. And so, yeah, I guess my line flow can be a little more confident. But I strive to have that better line flow in my realistic drawings as well. When you're drawing from life, have you ever had a bad experience whereas you were in danger while drawing? Not really. I've come into some sketchy situations with animals in the wild before, but not really while drawing.
I'm in danger. Hi. bastard.
There we go. So here, what I would do is knock this back, and we'll do a little final line on it. Hey, Nick says that there's lots of birthday wishes coming in for Dustin on Twitch and YouTube.
Thank you, everybody.
Twitch comment, that is adorable. I have no idea how you get any work done when it involves looking at adorable baby animal references. Have you hardened your mind just by the repeated exposure? I was actually born without a heart, and so I have just no problem. It just doesn't affect me. As Dustin will attest, I'm a cold, hard human being.
If he can find it, though.
Yes.
That's the problem. At the big cat habitat, the tiger can spray you. We've seen that.
Oh, yeah. We've been sprayed. Wasn't it Papa Marshall got sprayed? Was it?
Yeah, I think it was. I think it was Papa Marshall and Gabby.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
right.
the two of them, and a few others got sprayed. And I think it was one of the staff of that place. It was like, look out!
Tiger's like, all of you guys, mine now.
Yeah.
You mine.
I just want something to, make you remember me back. Like, all those clothes, when you smell it, you'll think of me.
I like this little guy.
Hey there, little guy.
So once again, for those of you that are joining late, we've got on October 10th a brand new live event coming up. We've done these several times in the past, and we really love doing them. And so on October 10th, I'm going to be doing a 6-hour lecture and demonstration on animal drawing, where I'm going to talk about anatomy, quick drawing in the zoo, drawing animals from life, all that kind of stuff. I'm going to talk about comparative anatomy. I'm going to talk about how I approach posing, all of that kind of stuff. So it's going to be a full day, and it's going to be October 10th, 11 a.m. Eastern Time. That's 11 a.m. my time here in the United States. And so adjust your calendars accordingly and your clocks. But it's fun. We've done these in the past. Like I said, I've done stuff on creature design and character design, and they've just been. I love doing them, and people seem to like them, and so we've decided to do more. And especially after Lightbox, when we finished Lightbox, we realized that really the from a global standpoint, everyone's really mentally in this live streaming mindset for live events and things. So we just want to do more of it. So October 10th, go to creatureartteacher.com/live.
/live.
Live.
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 Come with me if you want to live.
Come with me if you want to live. Let's get to the chopper.
Live streaming.
Who do you go through for your African safaris?
Right now we go through. We've been using an outfit just outside the park, and they are Nick. What's the name of Jorge's company? Let me look it up quick. I can't remember the name of his company. Not him. It's the Jorge Alessanco Cheetah Tented Camp. Jorge Alisanco, Cheetah Tented Camp. So, really great place, really cool people. Jorge himself is just an amazing dude. And we really enjoy our time when we're there. There we go. Probably the last one, then I'm going to wrap it up. Because we have more stuff to do. And thank you guys for joining us today. It was a lot of fun. This was a little different than what we usually do.
Character designs were awesome.
It's always fun to do character design.
Yeah, we definitely need to do this more often
Yeah.
when I'm more awake.
Yeah, you're not going to show up tired anymore, are you?
I'm gonna put give him like a 5-shot espresso next time.
Yep, I'll embarrass you in front of 1,000 people online.
Yeah, I'll just have 10 shots of espresso lined up.
Yeah.
10 shots of espresso with 5 cans of root beer, not root beer, Red Bull.
Or how
Yeah,
about you
three-
just
and
not
three
go to bed
BFCs.
so late all the time and think about your job the next day? There you go.
Will you ever do a course on deer and antelope?
Yes, that's definitely on the books to do. We just haven't gotten to that yet, but I'm definitely going to be doing that. Oh, get little highlights in here. That eye.
Does the animation industry have a need for generalists, like people who are good at a variety of
Absolutely.
things? Or
Matter of fact, I recommend that
thing?
people, especially if you're just entering the market, I think you're better. You have a better chance of getting in as a generalist because you can do multiple jobs. Absolutely.
Also, will you ever do insects?
Yes. I don't know much about insects, but one of the things I love about doing these courses is that I educate myself and I break things down. I teach myself how to draw them. The stuff I've been teaching over the last few courses I've known anyway. But there's like things like insects, which I don't have a lot of experience doing. I think it'd be a lot of fun getting in there, learning it, and then imparting that, what I've learned, to you guys.
I think it'd be fun to do like a how to draw arachnids or how to draw beetles,
Yeah.
how to draw dragonflies.
And also, I want to remind you guys to join my brother Travis Blaise every Monday for Draw Over Mondays from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. My brother, who is an animator as well and storyboard artist, he will take some of your drawings, and this is on Twitch, by the way, and he will draw over them, give you some critiques, help you out. Really good stuff. So I highly recommend it. That's with Travis Blaise every Monday from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. on Twitch. And I believe that Sketch to Animate is his handle.
Yep, sketchaanimate.com/drawovermondays.
Yep. There we go. Cute little guy.
Do you do Twitch?
Yep.
Yep, we are restreaming on multiple platforms at once. Like
We're on Twitch right now.
Yep, we're on Twitch right now. We're also on Facebook right now. We're on YouTube. We are on Twitter right now.
Yep.
And I always forget that Twitter does. And we're not currently streaming on Instagram, but every once in a while we do on there as well.
We just haven't figured out the right way to get our format on there, so we tend to skip it. Especially if I'm doing something horizontal. There's our little guy.
Here's the little guy.
Little chimpy. So there's our caricature. You can see here's our referrals. The referrals right there. And our little guy right here. So you can see how much we can have fun pushing that caricature.
Gotta push it to the limit.
Push it. And there's our big guy up here. Pushing that. I think obviously we were more successful with some of these than other ones. That one, felt like we were kind of successful there.
Successful?
This one was fun. I don't know how successful I was. Like the walrus was kind of cool. I think the red panda's neat. It would have been fun to take him to color. I think the walrus feels kind of unique and weird.
Justin today with his tiredness.
Yes, exactly. Actually, let me put a layer on top, set that to multiply, because I think it could use some shadows. So if we went in, actually I use my other brush. There we go. There. Just give them a little bit of shadow work down here. Oops.
That one spoke some
weed.
Some weed. Alright.
He's gotten a little bit small.
He's up in the clouds right now.
Oh, so did you watch, you probably didn't watch it. Did you watch the Fast Times at Ridgemont High table read?
I did not.
It was cool.
Was it?
Yeah, it was all different people, except Sean Penn was there. But it was all different people other than what was in the real movie. And Morgan Freeman was the narrator. It was
You
fun.
can't go wrong with Morgan Freeman.
No, it was, someone goes at the end of it, goes, hey, we should do this again. And Morgan Freeman goes, you be the narrator next time. Because he had to read like so much. He was by far reading the most out of everybody.
Oh, God. I can only imagine.
There we go. It feels a little better. It's got a little more dimension to it.
Like even if you're innocent, if Morgan Freeman says you're guilty, you're guilty.
Yeah, it was really cool.
That walrus
Ray Liotta played Mr. Hand.
Huh?
Ray Liotta played Mr. Hand. Like the teacher from Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Oh.
Where he gives a pizza to everyone else.
Yeah.
You did.
No shirt, no shoes, no dice.
There's our walrus, our badgers. I don't like the American badger. That design that's no good. No bueno. But it's a first pass.
I mean, it's like a semi-realistic cartoon style. I like it.
Yeah. You can't, and when you draw a European badger, it already looks like a caricature. So you can't go wrong with it. They're fun.
It's a fail-safe.
Yeah.
I kind of want to draw my own style of just what you did with the American Badger, actually. I like the way
Oh, yeah.
That walrus reminds Nolan Taylor of the Kevin Smith movie.
Well, anyway, there's our little sketches we did for today. Those are fun. And now, if we're doing real character design, you really do need to understand your character first. Get in there and do the research, not just what the characters look like from a realistic standpoint if they're animals and understanding the anatomy, but also understanding that character from a story standpoint, where they fall into the story, what kind of character they are, what's their backstory, all the things that might help you visualize what that character might look like, and then you dive in and start drawing. But those are things that I do before I start drawing, which is researching the character and researching the anatomy as well, especially if I'm doing animal characters. When we were doing human characters, like in Mulan, I spent months doing research on the time period of Mulan, understanding the armor and the costuming and all that kind of stuff so that I could understand it when I sat down to draw it. So anytime you do any kind of design work, the first thing that you need to do is research, study, whether it's the study of who that character is in the story or costuming or anatomy, whatever it might be. So get used to doing that. Don't just sit down and start drawing, because that's a big mistake and you're going to waste time. Don't do what I did today. That's basically what I'm saying. Today was just caricature. It wasn't really character design as much. It was just, hey, here's an animal and let's do a caricature of it. So that's what we did. What's that?
I didn't mean to cut you off.
That's okay.
But I actually have my own question, because remember how it was the other week I mentioned about you and the other animators interacting with each other for your between your characters?
Yeah.
Now, when it comes to characters like, say, Belle and Beast, or Yao and Mulan and all the other people, like they all have their own outfits, but some of them match and some of them don't match, but they have the same theme.
Right.
Is there like a costumer designer, or is
sometimes there is. We didn't really have a costume designer on Mulan. We did have a character designer that went over our stuff, and we all did research. We had boards of stuff all over the walls showing the costuming of the time and that sort of thing. Yeah. And what color, in that culture, what does this color mean, that color, all that kind of stuff. And so we incorporate that into our designs.
It was like the director's choice. That would be like, okay, I want you guys to design your characters to have this armor, like this helmet, with these shoulder pads,
right?
Using this uniform, something like that.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
Yeah. A guy named Chen Yi Chang, he's a brilliant Chinese character designer. He did like that real graphic animated Batman that was on TV. The one that what's his name does Joker? Luke Skywalker.
Yeah,
Mark Hamill.
Mark Hamill.
Yeah, he did all their designs.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's all his work. Yeah. And so it's a very flat. So if you look at that Batman series and look at that style, look at Mulan and that style, and you'll see there's a similarity there.
Right.
And so so Chen Yi's just absolutely brilliant. And so we would get the design. We'd look at what he was drawing, and we'd look at his style. Then we'd try to emulate it. We'd come up with our designs, and then he would go over it again, over our designs, and then pull it back into his kind of filter.
And when it came to with you working on the Beast, did you do any of the ball scene where he has that elegant blue?
No, I didn't
outfit?
do that. That was James Baxter. He animated Belle and Beast in that. Yeah. And all the animation.
And so he had the choice of what their outfits were. Or
I think that was designed because James Baxter was not the supervising animator of the Beast, but he's a great animator. I don't. To be honest with you, I'm not sure who. It's probably Glenn Keane that at least helped design the costume, but I know they had some costume designers for that as well.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
It all depends on the project.
It does. Yep. Right. Absolutely. So. But anyway, thanks you guys. I really had a great time. Remember, let's go down the list. I've got a couple of things I want to talk about. Our October 10th event. Go on over to creatureartteacher.com/live to check that out. I'm going to be talking for 6 hours on my approach to animal drawing. And I'm going to talk about anatomy, all kinds of great stuff. So it's going to be a lot of fun. You can draw right along with me. We got that coming up. I've also got my Birds of Prey, how to draw birds of prey, in pre-order right now. So if you want to save 50% on that before it comes out, go on over to creatureartteacher.com and check that out, where you can pre-order that. It'll be out in about a week and a half, and you'll save 50% off of that. So go check that out as well. Also, my brother Travis Blaise has got every Monday, Draw Over Mondays on Twitch. So go on over and check that out. That is sketchtoanimate.com / draw over Mondays. So check that out. Travis is a great artist. Like I said, he's my younger brother. We worked at Disney for 10 years. He now works for Netflix as a storyboard artist. He's doing some great work, and you should check him out. He's a good one to know. And of course, we've got all our other great stuff over on Creature Art Teacher that we built up over the last 6 years. We got courses from Chuck Williams, Lyndon Ruddy, Ronnie Williford, Tim Hodge, a lot of great stuff. Tony Cipriano on. We've got Tony Cipriano just put out a course on ZBrush, which is really doing well as also. Am I missing anything? Nope, don't think so. So hope you guys had a great time. I had an awesome time. We'll be back again on Friday. Remember, we don't do our Mondays anymore so that we can have some more time to create content. And so without further ado, have a great week. Be safe. Have a great weekend. Wear your mask. Be nice to somebody. Go put some beauty back into the world. And I will talk to you next time. Thanks.
Hey guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Glad you guys enjoyed this stream. And if any of you guys are interested in wildlife photography on Instagram, you can check out my Instagram over at Dustin_Blaise, where I have a whole bunch of wildlife photos you can check out. And also on Creature Art Teacher, you can find my photo reference packs, which have different birds that you find in Florida, as well as gators, North American otters, which are in Florida, surprisingly, and among other cool creatures. Over 600 photos. Very high quality. Hope you guys enjoy those. See you guys next Friday. And as always, Cowboy Bebop. See ya.